What's up guys and welcome to this battle. I actually couldn't record live for some personal reasons. Let's just say that. Yeah, this is my battle against Jordan from the Vaporeons, Ste-Anne Vaporeons. Here's how it went. Just to remember you guys, the first time we battled each other was on week 2. He actually got a crit in the end, and I was greedy, so I kind of lost the battle. Instead of like being greedy and trying to go for a 3-0, I actually lost 1-0. Like, he had a Scarf Crocodile and he just like killed every one of my Pokemon one by one at the end. So here's how it goes now. Let me just get my notes. Alright, so lead is my Kyurem here, Kyurem Black, against his Donphan. I know that like Ice Beam is gonna do about 100% to a full HP, full defense. Yeah, I guessed he was a little bit specially invested. Because that really shouldn't have killed, but yeah, he missed his Stone Edge, so it didn't change anything in the end. Well, it actually changed something because he was able to switch out the Magearna. Obviously, it's so obvious. It's gonna go into Magearna and Spongy Ice Beam. It still does about like 15-20%, maybe 20%. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna switch out because I know. The Flash Cannon is extremely well. I thought the Flash Cannon was obvious, but there you go. He goes for Trick Room. I thought he was gonna go for the Flare Cannon or Flash Cannon. Metagross would have sponged that. So yeah, instead I go into Metagross. I say like, okay, what can go wrong? Just go for an Earthquake. I know I can take this Shadow Ball. It still does a lot of damage, about 100 HP, and he has the Shuka Berry. I think it's Shuka. So it tanks the Earthquake very well, and based on that damage, it wouldn't even kill, even if he didn't have Shuka. So yeah, I know that I cannot take another Shadow Ball. I just switch into my Assault Vest, Electros. Shadow Ball won't do much here. It's gonna do like about 20%, max 20%, maybe a little bit more. Anyways, so Flamethrower I thought would be able to knock it out, but then again, exactly same thing as Donphan. He lives on 3 HP. Then I live a Flare Cannon, so I was pretty happy about that one. He just saved Magearna here, and I had the rocks. That was dead Magearna. Anyways. He predicts the Volt Switch very well. Goes into Donphan, but I should have gone into. I should have gone for Giga Drain. That was pretty obvious. Anyways, your Revenge kills me. That's fine. Electros has done a good job so far. So that's the first kill of the game. So actually, my notes are mistaken here. Let me just put that. The other way. So yeah, I get behind the sub because I thought he might like go for a Stone Edge again, but no, he goes for EQ. I thought he might predict a double switch into Kyurem, but yeah, that's it. He didn't. So yeah, I decided it's not worth like trying to go for subs and all that stuff. So I go directly for a Surf, kill Donphan, so that's my first kill of the game. Pretty easy here to predict. And Leftovers is going to help me recover a little bit of that substitute mistake. Actually, I don't think it was a mistake. It was more like a risk, a calculated risk. Yeah, it turned out to be not too bad. So I knew his Mega Charizard X would have either like something like Iron Tail or something like that, or Thunder Punch. Anyway, it would have something that would hit my Tapu Fini neutrally. And I decided to go for Calm Mind here. Maybe I should have gone for Moonblast. But anyways, at that point I knew I had to save Tapu Fini because like, every time I sacrifice Tapu Fini too early, I lose. So I knew he was gonna go for another Thunder Punch. I knew it was his best move, so I switched into my Ground type. My Palossand. Second time I use it this season. Second time I use it against him. So he goes into a Celesteela, so I start stockpiling because I knew he would switch. So basically that's a free stockpile turn, waiting to see what he wants to go for. So it was obvious he was gonna go for Leech Seed, so I didn't want to switch into something that would be seeded, maybe like a sweeper, like let's say Metagross or something like that. I didn't think it was the right play, so I decided to wait. And I knew I was bulky enough to take some hits, so that's basically what I did. I just went for a couple Giga Drains, even though I knew it wouldn't do anything. But at the same time, he wasn't going down that like at all. But I knew I was gonna, like, Palossand was in a win condition in this battle. I was actually a crit Giga Drain that did like 8%. That was pretty stupid. Anyways, so it's gonna go on for like a couple turns, and yeah, there's nothing much to say. So I think it's this turn. Yeah, I switch out. I knew he wouldn't go for another Leech Seed again, so I go into my Meowstic, which is full HP, full defense. So I knew that Heavy Slam would do about 40%, though. That's pretty much exactly what I calculated. That proves me that he's full special defense and probably like minimal offensive investment, like very low. So he goes into Magearna. I know I'm faster, so I just go for Energy Ball. I figured it was gonna be like under 10 HP. Probably like actually he told me it was 3 HP, but I knew, like, just from seeing that I was very close to getting killed. So Energy Ball, and then he switches out into Arcanine. What happens? I paralyze it, which is gonna be key later in the game. You're gonna see. But then he goes for Flare Blitz with the Reflect that doesn't kill. So that gives me another turn to actually do something. So I decided to switch out into Palossand, which has a lot of HP, so I knew like he was probably bended into Flare Blitz. So yeah, he does a lot of damage even though there's a Reflect going on, and like Palossand's very bulky, but he's actually picking up a lot of recoil. So yeah, he goes for it again, and then he dies, but at the same time he puts me in a range for a pretty good, pretty easy kill for a Kyurem or Metagross. Alright, so there I decided to go for Substitute, knowing that I still had Reflect up. He was bended into Flare Blitz, so I totally got lucky here with the paralysis. And that gives me a Calm Mind turn, Substitute Calm Mind turn, which was very key here. And sorry. So I get some boost. He goes for Flare Blitz, and it doesn't even break the sub. You're gonna see, doesn't break it. So that was actually pretty lucky. He goes like, he's about at 50% now. So I know he's gonna save Arcanine, or he's gonna switch into something that will take a pretty good damage. Well, not or, but he's gonna save Arcanine and then switch. So he goes into Celesteela, which is full HP, full special defense. I figured that out with that damage. So yeah, that was actually very annoying. So yeah, with leftovers he recovers about up to about 70%. So then I know I won't be able to knock it out that easily. So then I go down to about 30%, but with leftovers he goes back up and up and up. So Heavy Slam is gonna break my sub, obviously, because Flare Blitz I calculated did about 21%. If banded with the reflect, so it was okay. But it was pretty much a guarantee that Heavy Slam would break it. So yeah, I go for another Surf. I know I'm faster. So here, I knew I was able to tank a Heavy Slam because I was very like physically invested. I had, let me just check. I had 204 in HP and 180 in defense, so I knew I was gonna be fine. So then I know I'm in Surf range or even Moonblast range if I wanted to go a little more fancy, but I didn't really need it. So Surf is gonna take care of Celesteela. Celesteela didn't get a kill for one of the most dangerous Pokemon in the league. In the format, not in the league because he isn't very good with using Celesteela, but still, I'm able to do something very good. So then he goes into Charizard, easy Thunder Punch range. What do you want? He gets the kill. I knew I didn't have my Palisand anymore to take the Thunder Punch, so I was willing to take that. And then I go into Kyurem. He knows I have something, but he didn't expect it to be Rock Slide. So he probably expected like a Dragon move or something, but no, man. That's Rock Slide, and he survives because of Intimidate. But at the same time, he's paralyzed and I'm Scarfed. So now it proves that he was banded Extreme Speed. But I get the revenge kill pretty easy. Well, not the revenge, but following turn kill with Rock Slide. I was lucky I didn't miss. So he goes into Crocodile, sorry, and he gets the other Intimidate. So that means right now I'm not doing anything, even with a high attack investment like Rock Slide wasn't gonna do like 20%. So I decided to go back into my Meowstic, which was the right play. And I'm able to, like, here it was so obvious I was gonna try to paralyze. I went for it anyways, knowing that he would switch, because I knew if I used Energy Ball, it would do about 40%, so it wasn't gonna change much in the battle. So I go for the reflect here, and he goes for the EQ. But check this out. That's bulk. That's crazy bulk. He didn't go for Crunch because he knew that wouldn't kill my what's it called? It wouldn't kill my my Kyurem, or actually wouldn't do much. So then I get the Reflect up. That's exactly what I wanted at this point, and then he knows I'm probably faster. He goes into Charizard. Like, I only have 60 EV investment in my Ice Beam, but that still does exactly 49%. And that one was over 50. So that's a kill. Charizard didn't do anything in that battle. So now it's Scarf Kyurem against Scarf Crocodile. And I know I'm faster because I calced it to be 1 point faster. So Ice Beam here. Pretty much, like, it's the third time in this battle that he survives under 5 HP. So yeah, he goes into Earthquake. He doesn't have the choice because if I go back into Mega Metagross, that's the only way he can actually kill me. So yeah, Crocodile goes down. Would have been nice to get a crit on the first turn, but still, didn't cost me anything. So that's the game. Pretty good revenge. I actually, trying to be like modest here. I'm trying to be like honest. I completely dominated the battle until Celesteela went into well in front of Palisand, and I was like, okay, what do I sacrifice? And I thought I would have to lose something, but I was able to play it out well. But yeah, Palisand did what it had to. It didn't get any kill. That's fine. Like, his most dangerous Pokemon pretty much didn't do anything. He got a kill with Arcanine, which was okay. Charizard got a kill on Finny, which I let him do it. And Donphan got a kill on Electros, and I let him do it. So, I basically picked the mons I wanted him to get kills with, because it served me. So he didn't really surprise me on anything. Like, he didn't bring some weird sets like sub DD Charizard or whatever. Or if he had it, he didn't get the opportunity to place it. So that was good for me. All in all, a good battle. And it really feels sweet to get my revenge on Jordan, because the battle we had on week 2 was so frustrating, because I knew I lost the battle. He didn't win, I lost it. So yeah, that's the game. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and on Twitch. Also, if you want to see more QPBL content, there's going to be a link for that in the description and on my YouTube channel front page. So I will see you all in the next video. Peace!